In the current state of the world, there's a lot of what about me-ism. People feeling offended because their thoughts and feelings aren't represented by everyone else. With social media, there's a lot of main character energy, people thinking that they're being watched all the time. People unable to see things from a wider range of perspectives because there's always someone on social media that's backing you up, right? It's easy to get that validation, and so people don't feel the need to sort of think outside the box and see things from other people's perspectives. There's a lot of people thinking that someone else having a different opinion to them is a personal attack on them because someone else feels a different way about something that they're passionate about. People think that that's an attack on their character. Now, when you haven't heard the things that I'm going to talk about today, when you haven't learnt why you're feeling that way, why you're feeling like it's a personal attack, and not knowing what to look out for, it's very common for other people's behaviour to feel like an attack. But the reality is that it has absolutely nothing to do with us. And this episode is about why. Taking offence to things is the ego's way of self-protecting. It's a way of defending your self-image. But absolutely nothing is personal. Nothing. Everything is a projection. Now, I love this teaching that nothing is personal. It's a very Buddhist way of life, learning to detach from taking things personally. This isn't a religious podcast at all. I do love spirituality, but I love Buddhism because it's all about personal development and enlightenment, learning to be who you truly are and learning to live at peace with yourself and others. And you dedicate your life to that as opposed to dedicating your life to worshipping someone else. You're dedicating your life to yourself. I absolutely love that concept. And a lot of Buddhism is about the ego and learning that having attachment to things is the reason for unhappiness. But back to psychology. So in episode 7, I mentioned a bit about the biological origins of psychology. When we think that someone doesn't like us or someone disagrees with us, these social cues are perceived as potential threats because of evolution. Being excluded meant you were going to die. Being excluded from a group meant you were going to die because you're on your own. And so being offended is the modern way of that survival instinct. It's our brains saying, if people don't like us, then we're fucked, basically. And that's why we people please. That's why we try so hard to feel understood by people, because if we feel understood by people, we won't be discarded from the group. So today that instinct comes from things that aren't actually dangerous. It's just your ego. So let's move on to the psychology behind taking things personally.